Hello you beautiful simmers, and welcome to another Sims build video. My name's Millie, welcome to my channel. If you're new, you probably are because I've only got like 3 subscribers, lol. But today I'm sharing a high street of shops that I've made in the world of Newcrest. And this video is just showing the first shop that I made, which is a bookshop. It's got 2 floors, we've got downstairs, upstairs. And I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm going to be making this into a little mini series to show the other shops that I've made. So there's also a bubble tea shop and a thrift shop. I was going to do a cafe, which is actually what I was sort of planning in the bit that I was just filming there, and I was going to have a cafe that had a sort of outdoor bit where people could sit, but I ended up not making the cafe, and I just kept it simple, and I just made the bookshop, bubble tea shop and the thrift shop, mainly because when I went to play the build with the cafe built, so I did actually make it with the cafe, but then when I actually brought all the Sims there, nothing worked. So I think it was because I maybe overloaded it a little bit too much, or maybe my game was just particularly buggy. I did encounter a massive bug, which I'll share more in the next video, which is going to be the bubble tea shop, but the bubble tea counter did not work for me. I don't know, I think it's just a bug that I've got. So that was fun. Basically the entire reason that I made these lots is because I wanted to do like a bubble tea shop and have it as like a little on the high street, and it didn't even work. So yeah, fun times. You gotta love when the Sims doesn't work for you. It's quite frustrating, but yeah, the bookshop was fine, so that's what this video is about. So yeah, the bookshop, we've got the upstairs and the downstairs, and at the moment I'm just creating the entire exterior for the lot. So got different roofs going on. Just wanted to make it look, I was kind of looking at like New York style streets with like different shops and stuff, just wanting to make it look a bit more realistic by having different roofs for each of the different shops, and then just going with a classic red brick for the exterior. And then there's also 2 flats above all of the shops, and I really wish that there was more of an option to have, like, if the Sims actually had multifunctional lots where you could have 2, different people living in different flats, like using the for rent, having people renting, but then also you could have someone just like own one shop on a lot. That would be amazing. I would love that. So if that ever does get added, which I doubt it will, then this is the perfect lot for you. That would be great. So now I'm just doing just the exterior for the bookshop. So I really love these like double doors that I've got, which I think have come from the university pack. And then the windows, the blue windows, I thought they looked really cool, but I ended up getting rid of those. And I just go for a more classic black window, just to kind of make it look. I was actually using a reference image that was a real life bookshop from New York. And yeah, this just having like the black windows just kind of worked a bit better. And then I added some nice kind of plant pots outside, and I really like how the exterior of the bookshop turned out. I added, like, in England, whenever I go to a bookshop and it's like in the summer, bookshops will sometimes like do that thing where they put like little book trolleys outside. So I tried recreating that for this bookshop. And adding some vents. Got to have good ventilation in a bookshop for all those readers. And then the flooring, I just wanted to like keep it simple. Just went for a kind of pavement vibe. The lot that I'm using already has some really nice, you can see like the flowers, and like trees, and there's a bin as well, so very convenient. So I didn't really add too much to the outside, and here I am, making my little book outdoor shop thing. So I just think this looks really cute, and if it was real life, then if you're walking past, you just be like, oh, just look at some of these books, so cute. But yeah, and now the inside. So this also kept like the flooring and The wallpaper, pretty simple. Obviously got to go with a classic like wooden flooring, because I just feel like that's what else is a bookshop gonna have. And then I basically cover it all with rugs, just to make it look very cute. So yeah, and I'm making this, I think I mentioned, as a series rather than one like long video of making everything, because that would just be a very long video. But yeah, I had a really nice time making it. I've actually been a little bit under the weather for the last week, just cold, that time of year, you know, so this was a really nice distraction, just making this this big old lot. I haven't actually made a retail lot for ages, to be honest. I can't even remember the last one that I made, so it was nice to make something other than houses. And I went all in, you know, wanting to make more than one. I could have just gone for just making a bookshop, but I didn't. I was like, I'm gonna go all out there. Yeah, and it's very cute. So now I'm just adding, yeah, we've got the counter, and then I do add a cash register. And when I actually like play tested it, because there's a cash register, but I set it as the bubble tea and thrift shop lot, which comes with the high school pack. And I don't know if it's meant to happen. I'm assuming it is, because I set it as the bubble tea shop. Even though there was a cash register on this till in the bookshop, obviously no one showed up, which I'm guessing that is just because I didn't set it as a retail lot. So I'm hoping that if you did decide that you wanted to have this lot as just a retail lot, then I'm assuming someone would show up, but I haven't actually tested that, so I don't really know how that works. I find it so frustrating trying to make things work, and it's so annoying when you make an entire build that takes a few hours, and then you go to play test it and nothing works the way that you want it to, which, yeah, as I said, that was my situation with the bubble tea shop, so very annoying. But yeah, it worked out fine in the end, and I'm hoping that even though I have this bug that means that it's basically the vendor doesn't show up to the bubble tea counter, so no one can actually buy anything. But I'm hoping that that's just my game has that bug, and hopefully it gets patched out. I know that the Sims team have now got like a team that's just dedicated to fixing bugs and doing like patches, so hopefully it gets addressed, because all I want is for my Sims to just be able to go and buy some bubble tea. That's really all that I want, and it truly was the inspiration for the entire build, so yeah. But anyways, so just decorating the interior of the bookshop. So I've used I really like those little counters from the Crystal Creations pack, and just trying to make it look a bit more like it's, you know, a more kind of like vintage bookshop, with lots of different kind of mismatch bookshelves, furniture, all that kind of stuff. And I do play around with, yeah, trying to get different objects in different places. Lovely, absolutely lovely. And yeah, it didn't take me too long, so yeah, I'm hoping to have all of these videos out for this like mini series within the next couple of weeks, and then move on to the next big thing. I was thinking, because this is like the first lot that I've done in Newcrest as well, I also would love to do like a full-on save file for Newcrest, so trying to think of some other lots that I want to do. I was thinking it'd be cute to make like an allotment for Newcrest. That could be a vibe. But yeah, let me know what you guys have built. Would love to know. And yeah, always on the lookout for new inspiration. I have been seeing a lot of the Wicked inspired, like Wicked themed, like as in the Wicked the musical themed builds that people have been doing, and I love that so much. I actually saw Wicked whenever it came out. I saw it, I think, like the day that it came out. I'm a huge Wicked fan, love musicals. And the film was amazing. If you haven't seen it, please go and see it because it's so great. And it was actually a really good actual like film of it because I love the musical. I know basically all of the words, and I feel like they did a really, really good recreation of it, turning it into a movie. So yeah, that aside, but yeah, I would love to also try my hand at making something from Wicked. Was thinking it would be adorable to make like a little Munchkin land home or something like that. I know that's you see that like at the beginning of the film, no spoilers, but yeah, that would be hilarious. And obviously people have been making Shiz, which is incredible because like it's a huge amazing like palace. I don't really know if it's a palace or it looks like a massive like university, so that's very cool. I would love to be able to make something like that. I don't know if my skills are quite there, and also I feel like it would just be so time consuming, but maybe one day. We'll see how I feel, see how bored I get over the Christmas holidays. I have also been listening to the soundtrack while I was making this, so that's how you know you're obsessed, when after you go and see the film you just listen to the soundtrack on repeat for the week after. But yeah, and now so I'm adding a lot of books. Obviously 'tis a bookshop, so I kind of got to the point with this where I was like, how many times can I rotate a book to make it look more interesting? But yeah, there's a lot of books. Was just trying to make it look as realistic as possible, but I just sort of ended up in all of those little like bits where you can plot books. I just ended up plopping as many as I possibly could, and also adding a little umbrella holder for everyone coming in from the rain wanting to buy their books. You can just pop your umbrella down and buy a book. So now I'm moving on to the upstairs, and I wanted the upstairs to be more of like a cozy place where people could come and read books. So I've added a sofa and a couple of armchairs and a little coffee table, and I also end up adding some desks as well, a couple of desks. So if anyone wants to use it as like a mini library, this would be a good place to come. You can come and do your homework if you're a child, or if you're an adult, just come and do some work. I feel like as a work from homer, it's quite nice sometimes. Not that I've ever actually gone to a bookshop to work. It's quite nice to go outside of the house to do some work. So, if I lived in The Sims, maybe I'd come here. I probably would. And yeah, adding a lot more bookshelves as well. I really like the ones that I've turned blue. They're the bookshelves from, I'm pretty sure the Crystal Creations pack, but I love the one that has the ladder because that just really reminds me of libraries. So yeah, really, really wanted to have those kind of like going across that left wall, and still kind of mixing it up by adding a few other bookcases with some different colours. And then here I thought it would be nice to have like a little kind of like magazine rack area, because you know how sometimes in bookshops it's not all just books, like sometimes there'll be a section. And I also added that poster was like a little horror kind of poster, so I was thinking maybe it could be like a little horror section in the corner. And then adding here some more posters. I wanted to add the crystal pack posters. As you can tell, I love the crystal pack, so I wanted to have maybe that bookshelf on the end was just like loads of books dedicated to crystals, and just adding some more decoration, trying to make that sitting area as cozy as possible. And I ended up adding a lot of stuff for the walls, got a few little paintings, posters, and then this table here. I was thinking of having it as like adding like a board game table, but I didn't end up adding the games table from the Get to Know pack, but I just put some of the board games there, so I thought that looked cute. And yeah, just finishing up adding some more books. Surprise, shock horror. But yeah, as I said, this is going to be a little mini series, so I will be making other videos for the other shops, so look out for those. But I'm gonna wrap up now. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you in the next one.